What's going on, guys? We're back again with another video. A little bit of change of scenery this time. We're not in the truck. We're shoulder to shoulder in the Fiat. But we wanted to come up to AC Carcraft, have the guys laugh a little bit when we pull up, because I don't know about you guys, but I find it pretty comical when people of our size exit a clown car.
The process of exiting is funny in and of itself.
You kind of got to swing your whole body out.
Look at
At
this.
least it's a big door.
We kind of almost fit in the frame together.
A little bit. Either way, we're rolling up to AC right now. A lot of stuff has been done on the car. I'm excited as all hell. It's finally looking like something. You know, I've dumped so much money into it at this point, and I really didn't have a whole lot to show for it. But I see the bigger picture, and I couldn't be any happier with AC and them understanding, you know, my needs for fit and finish and symmetry. Like, we'll show you in the video.
He can't sleep if things are not symmetrical. He's got problems.
I'm not diagnosed, but I'm a little bit OCD.
He's diagnosed.
We're gonna go in there right now and see what's up with the car.
All right, guys. So we're here at AC Carcraft, and the first thing that happens to us is we get made fun of. They had another customer in the shop, and the guy was just pointing at us and laughing.
His words were, "Really, guys?" So,
Out of all cars, I mean, once we explained to him it's a push car and what the purpose for the car was, he thought it was pretty cool.
remember, the car isn't cool because it's in a Barth. It's cool because it's a push car. There's a very big difference. There's a fine line right there.
It's better than a golf cart at the track.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna go inside and we'll check back in with you guys when we have the progress. All right, guys, so we're over here at AC Carcraft. We brought the switch panel and the board that we picked up for the car. And Josh is gonna go ahead and explain to you guys what everything is.
Board's super nice from Leash. This is our street strip board. I got everything through precision fab and wire.
Check this out, guys.
8 relays. Everything's labeled. Like, best of the best. Do not skimp out on wiring at all.
We're trying to avoid having an issue, and if we do have one, we're trying to fix it as quick as possible. Also went ahead and picked up this switch panel. It's going to get mounted on the...
Show them dome lights. Show them dome lights.
Check out this touch, guys. They have built-in LED dome lights on the switch panel, and we're going to be able to run everything off of here. Hold this for me so I can get the camera to focus.
Okay.
So you see we're going to have right there starter, ignition, water pump, and all the other accessories are going to run right off of here. Everything is super clean, and we're going to go ahead and show them the wiring harness.
3 miles of wiring for the car.
It is wiring, but I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Let me see if I can show them here. Everything is labeled. Yep, there it goes.
Even by relay.
Everything's labeled.
Output A, B, C, D, E, F. There's 8 relay outputs.
Guys, this is going to make wiring the car a little bit easier. I mean, this is probably going to be the most tedious task on this car, is to get the wiring done, and this is just going to make it that much easier for us. As far as the diagnostic part, the car is going to shake hard. Things are going to come loose. We are going to have issues. And the way this is set up and wired and labeled is going to make life a hell of a lot easier for us. When we're on the road, race week, whatever we decide to do with the car is going to help us out a lot. So we're going to check back in with you guys now in a couple minutes, and we're going to go over everything that was done to the bird.
All right, guys, we just left AC Carcraft. We B-rolled a lot of the car, so we're going to overlay pretty much what we're explaining to you. Say this.
Guys, this is, I know we've said this before 100 times. You guys need to stick around. This is out of control. The progress, the level of symmetry, the attention to detail.
I'm very happy with the symmetry. Like, it's right to my standards.
He's gonna sleep fine. He's gonna be okay.
All right, so we're gonna overlay some B-roll and break it down by section of what's been completed, starting with the front end of the car. As you guys notice, big changes on the front end. They have the front hoop done, as far as, you know, what's gonna hold the radiator, the turbo, you know, basically all those accessories. So we have our Garrett turbo mounted all the way up front. As you can tell, we have a nice 4-inch dual exit exhaust, going to come out both sides of the bumper. Again, symmetry is very, very important to me. Danny's been killing me. He said he only wanted one exhaust pipe. I needed both. It helps me sleep at night.
He'll be all right.
So, what we didn't really show, because he was still working on it, was the merge collector going into the T6, fitting into the turbo. It is going to be a pretty tight fit as far as with the radiator and the way the collector's got to come out. But he told me he's going to end up moving the radiator up probably about another inch, and we should have plenty of room on that. So, hot side of the turbo kit should be done pretty soon. You know, we also went over a few other things like the entire front end. They were really trying to sell me on the fiberglass front end, and I understand all the benefits of it. You know, it's a lot more rigid, a lot lighter. The stock urethane bumper is insanely heavy, and it's gonna need, you know, pretty much no bracing inside. But it's not street.
It ain't street, and if it ain't street,
I don't want it.
This is a street car.
Like, track cars look cool with a one-piece front end. I understand that, but I just want the one-piece front end with the stock equipment. It's going to look factory. It's going to have factory lights in it. And you know what? I want people to look at this car and be like, oh, wow, you know, that's a cool Trans Am. But before they know it, you know, there's a full, you know, 25.3 chassis car. Like, there ain't, you know, much more we can get, you know, with a stock door slammer. And that's really, really important to me. And the guys there have been super understanding of that. And, you know, feed your chassis guys money. That's all I can tell you. Keep them happy, keep them busy, feed them money.
There can't be any more truth to that statement.
How happy do they get every time I pull out cash?
Josh feeds them buffet style.
Benjamins. Only Benjamins.
The new ones too, not even the old ones.
The blues. I like
the
blues.
The old green ones, we don't even mess with those.
So we're gonna move on to the interior. As you guys can tell, there's a lot of changes in there as well. We have the fiberglass dash all fitted up. There's literally gonna be like 5 or 6 Zeus fasteners. Not Zeus's. He's gonna do like the quick releases. That way we don't have to mess with a tool inside, close to the optic arm or anything like that. All our electronics are gonna be placed on a board behind there. We did leave all that stuff with them. Not the wiring, but we left the board and the panel that goes on the roll cage. The Kirkies are mounted. We ended up going with a racecraft bracket. Then I took a quick picture. They had me in the car doing some measurements. From where I'm at, we're gonna move back like another inch and a half. We are gonna have to adjust the pedals, you know, in order for me to reach him. But it's gonna make getting in and out of the car a lot easier. He was pretty much getting an idea where he has to put the X in the door. This thing is gonna be like literally everything I want.
The seats look freaking huge inside the car.
They're a little big.
They're definitely I like cake seats.
We're not small.
And as you guys can tell, we like freaking cake.
I'm working on it. That's another story. Neither here nor there.
We've been down this road before.
And we're going to end up moving towards the back of the car where you'll see the fire brake installed. I'm actually bringing them more and more interior plastics for this thing to not look like a tin can. It's going to look very nice and finished, and you're really not going to notice, you know, this is a full-on chassis car. I still have to bring them the rear plastics, the ones that hold the speakers, so they can trim them up and get them fitted. The other thing, I need to make a junkyard trip for hardtop stuff. I need those rails for the roof and the weather stripping, a few odds and ends. But you know, I'm really trying to get them everything in a good amount of time. That way, there's no delays in the car.
We got to see if Brenda can bail us out of this.
Brenda might bail us out.
There might be some Brenda parts.
I don't remember exactly what's left on it or where everything is, because I wasn't too nice to it when I took it apart. Neither were you.
It's Brenda. It's Brenda.
Brenda's still alive, guys, by the way. She's sitting in a lot with a car cover.
She's doing all right.
Might have some spiders in it by now, but...
Some coons.
Probably.
But hey, you will see Brenda again. That's not the last of Brenda.
Yep. And other than that, the car is going to be going on the chassis table shortly. We're trying to make a decision right now. As you can tell, we had so many videos with the rear end, but we need to make more changes to the rear. Basically, everything in F-body fitment is sold in a 15x10. but 15x10s aren't cool. So I want to run a 15x12 with like a 6-inch lip, you know, have it looking good. So when these guys pull the rear end down to go ahead and work on the cage, I'm going to have them shorten up the rear. We're going to send the axles out to Moser to get
resplined,
shortened and resplined, and hopefully end up with some 15x12s. Looking at Billet Specialties street lights for right now with a single bead lock. But, you know, I'm not opposed to running other stuff. It just depends what's out there.
Anything other than the bead lock that we currently have on there now?
Who's that bead lock sponsored by? Harbor Freight?
Home Depot. Home Depot. That's a Home Depot bead
It's got self-tappers going through the rim into the sidewall of the tire. For a ghetto bead lock, I guess if you want to call it. Just rim screws.
Listen. We know guys who are running cars with big tires with no bead lock.
They're going to find out very soon. When that rim starts spinning inside the tire.
They're not going to figure it out. They didn't even have a trans brake.
I think it has a trans brake now.
Yeah, now.
And a bump box.
Maybe. It might have a bump box. And they might have learned how to use a tree by now.
Maybe. Still undefeated.
Yeah, yeah. With probably what, like 200 less horsepower?
200? At least. and like 1,500 pounds.
An AC and a full interior. Anyways, that's neither here nor there.
So continuing with the rear, we do have to modify our parachute mount. It's going to be way too tall for the wing we ordered. Burkhardt Chassis is doing a 14-inch race wing for us. Should be shipping out hopefully this week. So that way they can get that fitted up as well. And other than that, I mean, the fire brake fit really, really nice in the tubs. They trimmed it up really good.
I didn't think it was going to come out that clean, but it's... And the sail panel, the whole roof panel.
Oh, that's right.
That came out super
It came
clean.
out very nice. However, they did tell me the entire panel is oversized by about 1 inch in every single direction. So he's had to trim it, and, you know, do a ton of work to it. But it's fitting very nice. They aren't going to end up installing it for us at the end because obviously we need to paint that and put it on with panel bond. But I mean, ton of progress right now. I'm really hyped for it at this point.
The chute mount's also going to have the integration for the push bar.
Yeah, the push bar is going to be down at the bottom.
And they got to do some modifications to Fifi here, so that
I guess Fifi's stuck.
Yeah.
Fifi stuck with the name.
Yeah, she Fifi.
All right, I'm cool with it.
They release about 38 videos on Fifi, and now you want to change her name?
I mean, we were asking all like 6 of our subscribers to name it, but
the next car we build, we'll let DIY.
Hey, DIY had a name for this.
Yeah, but
can't say it right now.
Yeah, we can't say it right now. Shout out to DIY. Though.
You can go look through the comments if you want to see what DIY Misfit Mechanic named the Fiat.
But,
all right, guys. So that's going to be the update. What number update is this?
3.
Okay, this is the 3rd update on the race car. We're going to have some content coming up building an Ecotech for my buddy Domingo. It's a 2.4. It's going to be a turbo car. Bringing a junkyard motor back to life. This thing is absolutely disgusting. I don't know if Danny wants to attest to how bad it is.
It's bad, and contrary to popular belief, Theory Garage makes money sometimes. It's not always outbound. We do make money sometimes.
I think we're still in the red.
We're going to be in the red for a couple years.
We're in the red, about as red as this car is.
This will help to offset the installation of the 2 seats in the race car.
I think it's going to buy me 1 bead lock. Not even 2.
You're right. You might be right.
Anyway, guys.
Be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, those are going to be upcoming episodes. We're going to go ahead and close it out here. Enjoy our shoulder-to-shoulder ride on the way home.
This thing rubs everywhere. We're rubbing. It rubs.
Guys.
It's chub rub everywhere up in here.
If I floor it with both of us in here, the rear tires just sit on the fenders. It's the most hilarious thing ever.
It's
you know, the massive amount of torque that the Fiat's putting out. Anyway, we're rambling at this point. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys next time.